It would seem as though. Wouldn't it though?
It would indeed seem as though. It would seem as though we're back. It would seem as though we've not been canceled.
Oh my god.
I know, can you believe that?
Cancel culture can't keep up with us.
We are back for yet another week of It Would Seem As Though, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing.
Mostly nothing.
A lot of nothing, but a lot of fun stuff, a lot of serious stuff, a lot of stuff.
We're real joy.
Just stuff. I'm Vesta.
I'm Shananica.
Wow, she changed her name from last
Girl.
week. She changed her full identity. Oh, and by the way, if you listened to last week's pod, which I hope you did, you probably noticed that Annika sounded like she was in another room recording her part. It's because I, the tech supervisor of this, and I say that very laughingly because I don't know jack about anything.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I forgot to plug in the microphone. So it was like, here.
Listen,
we're talking into it, but it was plugged into nothing.
You held a microphone for how many years in a bar to entertain people, and now you're like, oh no, how do you plug in a microphone?
How does a microphone?
What's a microphone?
I want to tell you something really funny.
Tell me.
When there was occasion where I had a microphone in my hand while I was actually performing, which was usually not.
Right.
Because for Christ's sake, I was lip syncing. Nobody thought I was really singing, and if they did, whatever. So
they knew here.
I, half the time, forgot to even lip sync into the microphone.
Sure.
Who am I, Gloria Estefan? I don't need a microphone. And then, God forbid, like when I was doing my my monologues and such, if I had anything, like sometimes I would pick up my water bottle because I would get dry. Girl gets parched when she talks so much because I talked a lot. Half the time I would try to talk into my water bottle. I'm like, what the hell?
She's doing great.
I cannot have too many things to
This is how you know you're a performer at heart, girl.
I was like, why am I trying to talk into my water bottle? Maybe I was trying to get special sound effects. I don't know what I was doing.
She's advanced technologically.
Yeah, she's
advanced.
Something.
Isn't she, though?
I think she's age advanced, and that's about it, you know. Listen, I have a couple of topics I want to cover before we get into our main topic.
Okay.
Have you heard the tea about Miss Jojo Sewa?
Tell me about Jojo.
Well, many of you
Miss
know
Sewa, if you
Miss
nasty.
Sewa, right? She came out last year as queer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and you know, she started out her career doing YouTubes and videos and whatever. She was also on Dance Moms.
Yeah. She was like one of the best or whatever.
And then she started doing her little YouTube channel, which blew up.
The F
became monstrous. And this girl, known for her little sunshine.
Lisa Frank threw up, and it was Jojo Sewa.
And most of it ended up in her hair and bows and whatever, and ribbons.
Her entire house, though.
And she's just painfully perky.
Right.
Love her. But last year she came out as queer, and a lot of people were like, "Oh no, this
indoctrination.
Our kids love her, and now she's going to ruin everything because she's queer." Well, she also just recently started a huge music tour that was sponsored by Nickelodeon. Right, because that's who she has her shows through. Because Nickelodeon were so impressed with her YouTube channel that they said, "Hey, we want you to come work for us, and we'll pay you, you know, tens and tens of dollars." I'm sure they paid her millions of dollars.
Here's a nickel.
But she's got, like, I didn't realize, excuse me, good Lord, burped right here on the podcast.
I'm leaving.
She has all the merch. I mean, she has bedding and clothes and hair accessories and all the things.
And just accessories, girl.
Well, for whatever reason, Nickelodeon decided not to invite her to the
Kids
Nickelodeon
Choice
Kids Choice or Teen Choice?
Teen Choice?
Teen Choice
I don't know what it is anymore.
She's even nominated for one, and they didn't invite her.
They didn't invite her. She couldn't come, but they didn't.
They didn't invite her.
Huh.
Because... now, do we know why? No, it can't possibly be because she came out as queer.
And cut all of her hair off.
And then cut her... yes, now what are they going to do? What are they going to do with all those ribbons and bows? Her hair... She has a... You know, and I can say this being in the queer community, she has a dyke cut.
I'm leaving.
But she's
How
like
dare you.
very 90s.
Uh-huh.
It's very cute.
And she looks great.
adorbs.
And here's the thing. I love... Like, here's the thing. I would never go to an event, maybe of Jojo Sewa, but from a distance, my goth ass, I love that bitch. She's all, like, rainbows and unicorns and glitter.
She
and
really is.
perkiness
I think
and
you said it
happiness.
perfectly. Lisa Frank threw up.
Yes,
and
girl, but from a
there's Jojo
distance,
Sewa.
under, like, my lace parasol in the shade with sunglasses on, I'm like, she is everything, right? But, like... The shit she gets just for being happy and gay is like, what? I don't understand a single bit of it. First of all, you were in dance, which was like one of the gayest things ever. And second of all, you were on Nickelodeon.
Wait, gay people dance?
No.
No, okay, good.
Sorry.
I would hate to think the gays were ruining the dance,
I can't
too.
tell them. I can't tell the world. The church will just start burning dancers.
Oh, no.
The church.
Can we go a week without you mentioning burning churches?
No! And that was no. And listen, it wasn't me burning a church. It was the church.
Oh, the church burning them.
Yeah, like
It was
they're
still a burning
apostate.
church. I'm just saying.
I'm leaving. Anyway,
that was kind of that.
love her.
And JoJo hasn't called me back to tell me what's happening.
she's probably just TikToking her feelings through. You know what I
She
mean? She's
is.
like,
Well, what I love
bump into
is
that.
her kind of passive aggressive, like, well, I didn't get invited. I'm sure it's not because I came out as queer. It was like, Miss Sewa.
She has
All right.
snatched their wig off.
Right. The other thing I was going to mention, remember how I was talking a few weeks ago about the whole mess with Disney World? Bob
Excuse
Topic.
me. Sure.
and who's the president of Disney. By the way, I'm never going to say his name right
Bob
away because I don't care.
Toothpick. What's his name?
I don't know.
Toenail pick?
Code check.
Oh, coat check. I got it. Anyway, what?
And Bob had very quietly been making millions of dollars of donations to political organizations in Florida, specifically the guy who penned the Don't Say Gay bill.
I hate this
And
man.
his good friend Ron DeSantis, right?
I'm going to burn
Well,
something
and then
down.
when it all came out, the Disney employees rioted, and they're like, "We're leaving."
I love it, right?
They're
They're
like,
punching
we
Nikki
hate
in
it
the
here.
face.
They're like,
setting
we hate
fire,
it. We're
Tower
leaving.
of Terror,
You know,
whatever.
it's like there are 457,000 queer people working at Disneyland.
Ah, you stupid idiots.
And that is an estimated number. And they were all like, "We're out, Bob."
Yeah,
And
Bob
Bob was
coat
like,
check.
"Oh shit, I better do something." And
Oh,
so
no, not the
he,
queers.
did what he did, and then once he realized how serious it was,
Yeah.
and that his employees were all going to quit. Mm-hmm. He said, "I'm sorry." He did apologize. He said, "I won't make any more political contributions." But he also said that he wasn't going to speak out against the Don't Say Gay bill. And they were like, "Not enough, Bob."
Yeah, bye, Bob.
And so then Bob actually came out and said, we don't like, he didn't come out. He's not gay.
Yeah, I would love his whole statement to be gay, 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 gay.
Gay! I'm so good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Oh.
But he did make a public statement against the Don't Say Gay bill.
Love that.
How it's discriminatory and
How
blah, blah.
stupid.
Well, here is where the tables have turned. Because, the queers were all going to boycott Disney. Mm-hmm. And now the right wing is boycotting. And because they're like, he came out against he must be a pervert. He wants to sexually abuse our children. Well, Ron DeSantis, who is the douchebag governor of Florida, said, "Oh, okay, he must come out against my bill. Well, then I'm going to put sanctions on Disneyland." Well, here's what Disney World. Because Disney World, because it is so big, and they're the largest employer in Florida, and it takes up miles of land. Mm-hmm. Because Disney World is surrounded by Disney hotels, motels, whatever. So they function as their own little government, basically. Yeah. In other words, they take care of their own infrastructure, their own roads, all of that. They are in charge of that because they make billions of dollars every year and whatever. Well, he's like, well, I'm going to just take away their privileges because they said mean things about me. And I'm all...
Why are you a fucking politician?
Yeah, I'm sorry he came out against your Don't Say Gay bill because it is discriminatory and hateful and ugly, and you're stupid. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, but I'm going to take their rights away. So, man. And then the right-wing dirtbags are all like, we're not going to Disney World. Oh, shorter lines for us.
I know. Also,
we don't care. I keep saying Disneyland, but it's Disney World. Y'all know what I mean. Disneyland is in California.
She's
Disney
old,
World
y'all.
is in Florida.
Her brain is liquid.
Well, I went to Disney World once.
What did you?
Yeah, and that's actually kind of going to lead us into our real time. So that was all I want to say about Bob.
So what else is happening? Are sanctions happening on Disney? What does that mean?
Right now he's just threatening sanctions.
Oh, and what does that mean? We're going to take your roads away?
Well, I don't know.
You can't have your own zip code anymore?
You can't have your...
Give me your land back?
They
Give
have
me
their
land
own...
back? Oh, okay. Let's talk about land back, girl.
Oh, dear. If we're talking about giving land back, we better do some other things first.
We're not giving back to...
Florida certainly didn't belong to, the mouse before.
It didn't?
It did not.
You mean...
I mean, it's probably overrun with... Well, no, because there's alligators.
We can't talk about this right now because I'm very, very passionate about the indigenous people of this land, and I don't... I'll get mad. More mad than I already am.
Are you mad?
I'm literally so mad right now. Okay, anyway, what now?
No, that's kind of all about Bob and the whatever. It's now just in the threatening stage. So I'm sure what he's expecting is for Bob to say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it.
I may not.
Wait.
And we bow to you, Ron DeSantos, as
you're the
king of the dirtbags.
So it's funny to me because this man, Bob, is like donating money to like don't say gay nonsense. And then coming out and speaking out against it because his employees are all, Bob, don't do it. So you donate money and then you speak out against it. What that reminds me of is when people buy like spinach or lettuce and like let it sit in the refrigerator and then throw it out. Like you just threw your money away, bitch. What was the point of that? Why did you just like not donate? Do you not think that the queers you work for you weren't gonna like want to burn your entire kingdom to the ground for being hateful?
Right.
You stupid.
Although one of my clients the other day, and I love when people say things that are so ridiculous. One of my clients the other day said, well, couldn't they just move the entire park to another state? And
Are you dumb?
I'm sorry. Yes, it is true that they do make billions of dollars, but it would cost billions of dollars to pick it all up.
Yeah.
And you can't... Well, it's not like Agrabah at the end of Aladdin. You can't just pick up the whole thing and put it somewhere else.
You know what? Just secede. Secede from Florida.
Yeah,
become your own state.
Oh,
Disneyworld.
Yeah,
the 50 whatever state.
Yeah.
Some states.
Like, I don't know how many states we have, but this would be one
places
more.
In the place where we live. Anyway, speaking of, we are talking about going to places.
We are... Or travel. Going to places. Well, and one of the places I wanted to talk about was my trip to Florida. Well, what's funny is, my husband is from Florida. He started his life there in Florida.
That's the worst thing about
in Florida. And
he's a Floridian.
He's a Floridian. Or, as his father, who's also a Floridian, calls them Floridiates. Well... And, well, his father certainly is a Floridian. But, for the first several years we were together, he would talk about going to Florida, and I'm all, no thanks.
There's old people and bugs.
Old people and alligators is always what I said. I go, I don't want to go there. It's full of old people and alligators. And...
It's 1,000,000 degrees.
Whatever. And it's 1,000,000 degrees. It's all the things that I hate. And
hairspray doesn't hold up in Florida.
I know. It's so humid, your hair would just collapse like a flan in a cupboard. Who wants that?
No one.
Not me.
Not
I mean, my hair has to be structured. Anyhow, when the kids were little, Kinley was just... Oh, yeah, there we go again. They were just turning 3 and 5. They were just turning 3 and 5. And we went for 2 weeks, 1 week in... Disney World, and 1 week to visit T's family in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So we did Disney first.
Love that.
Right. I kind of wish we'd have flip-flopped it.
And
so we got
Disney.
the family out of the way, and then went to Disney. I mean, but the family was lovely. We had a wonderful time.
Sure.
We really did. Although it was intense because we were there for a week and we saw all of his Florida family every single day.
That's
a lot of people. That's a lot of people, especially when they're people you're just meeting. Oh my God. I'm like, so what family thing are we doing? Oh, we're all getting together for another time.
Let me tell you, that's going to be very much my Michigan stories later, is seeing my in-laws' families, my spouse's family, every single day for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's too much.
Girl.
But what I wanted to talk about, because this is the funny part, is when we flew there, we had this late night red-eye flight, because that's what they said, and we were supposed to arrive in Florida, I want to say it was right around midnight. Well, traveling with a 3 and 5-year-old, one of my good friends said, here's what you need to do. pack a bag with tons of snacks, treats, but then things to do like coloring books and toys and blah, blah, blah. So I did all that.
And sleeping pills.
Well, I did
That's
not
my
do that.
favorite thing to do. On a
I
flight.
think I entertained too well because the whole way there...
Great.
Yeah, the kids are having a great time. And then really, Mr. Almost 3 falls asleep as